is CBS News Miami.
Off the top, we have a developing story out of Hollywood. Chopper 4 over the scene of a fatal plane crash. One person confirmed dead after a plane plunged onto the 400 block of North Park Road, not far from Memorial Regional Hospital. You can see the white smoke at one point earlier was billowing from the single-engine plane as fire crews extinguished the flames. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Lauren Pastrana, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's turn now to CBS News Miami's Peter Dench, who's at the scene and has the latest on what we know so far.
I'm Peter Dench in Hollywood at the scene of a deadly crash involving a banner plane. It happened here at 450 North Park Road, just north of Hollywood Boulevard and north of the police department and near Memorial Regional Hospital, around 12:35 this afternoon. The FAA says it was a single-engine Piper PA-25235 plane that went down, taking the life of one person. A witness told us she saw the plane having trouble in the air and flying too low before it crashed. Authorities say the National Transportation Safety Board will be investigating as North Park Road remains shut down at this point. In Hollywood, Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
And following the crash, Hollywood police issued an update on the investigation. Take a listen.
This afternoon around 12:35, the Hollywood Police Department and Hollywood Fire Rescue received a call of a plane crash just north of Hollywood Boulevard on North Park Road. Upon impact, the plane was fully engulfed in flames. Hollywood Fire Rescue was able to put out the blaze. It appears to be a single-engine plane and one deceased occupant inside. Preliminary information suggests that there were no other injuries to other people around or any vehicles at this point. The NTSB has been contacted so that they can do their investigation as well.
Drivers are being urged to take an alternate route as crews work to clean up the debris from the road. We'll continue following this story for you coming up at CBS News Miami at 5.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look at downtown Miami, storms producing some heavy rain this afternoon in parts of the metro area. Next Weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler joins us now with more. And Cindy, how long is all this rain going to affect us into the evening commute?
It's going to last a couple more hours. It'll taper off, and it's already weakened because these storms popped quickly this afternoon as the sea breeze came inland, and then they strengthened very quickly as well. So this is what is left. Boy, look at this sea breeze front. Look at that come in. Very obvious. But these storms quickly making their way off the coast. Now we had a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the Fort Lauderdale area. That has since expired. And we did get a little bit of damage here, some wind damage, a couple of areas near the airport, 52 and 55 mile-per-hour gusts there. At this point, we don't have any reports of damage, but those are some strong winds that can produce damage. And then down here in Miami-Dade County, we still have a flood advisory in effect until 4:30, so another few minutes. And that's because that rain really dumped quickly this afternoon, but that will continue to weaken. But we have some runoff in that area too. So it does include Coral Gables, the South Miami area, Dadeland, Sunrise Harbor. These are the areas that you could see some ponding and puddling. And our computer model is estimating about an inch of rain fell there right along Highway 1. So that was the spot this afternoon for these little showers and thunderstorms that did have a punch to them. Now they're moving to the north and east, so all this will be making its way off the coast. The stronger storms will now focus on Palm Beach County, so that's the area to keep an eye on later on this afternoon and this evening. Temperature made it up to 91, and now it's dropped to 80 degrees because of the outflow from all these storms. Homestead is still hot, though, at 88 degrees. Humidity was down just a little bit again this afternoon. Some drier air working in, but then it's popped right back up with these storms. So look at how sultry it is at Fort Lauderdale, 91% because we've got the rain in the area. So these little showers and storms will die off. They'll continue to make their way to the east. And again, Palm Beach County is the area that's going to still see some storms. As you head into the overnight hours, there could be another shower that comes in from the coast like we had overnight. Atlantic, you get a little of these showers develop. And then Thursday afternoon, same spots again, showers and thunderstorms popping up due to the sea breeze. As the east coast sea breeze comes in, collides with the Gulf sea breeze. That's what happens when you've got that southwesterly flow. Rain chances tomorrow, 40%, 50 on Friday, and look at that. We're going to stick with this all the way into the weekend. So each day we'll at least see a chance for showers and thunderstorms, and some of them potentially can be strong with heavy rain.
Cindy, thank you. In Miami-Dade County, some Metro Rail and MetroMover stations leaving riders, especially those with mobility issues, with no way to get on the trains this morning. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis reports from downtown Miami with what's impacting riders.
Well, you'll likely see this throughout Metro Rail and MetroMover stations. Caution barriers in front of elevators and escalators, frustrating people who rely on public transportation to commute.
It's sad that we have to take the stairs instead of the elevator. It's not working. And that's not just this one. It's the one over here. It's the one over there.
Andrea Sorol works at the DoubleTree Hotel and puts in long, hard hours. And the last thing she wants to do is climb flights of stairs on her way home after being on her feet for 8+ hours.
It's really difficult when you are tired, like my legs. Sometimes I have to catch the bus.
And it's costing.
You know, when you're trying to budget, you really can't budget when you're trying to, this is free. But then you got to go pay money to get on the bus.
Some have seen people in walkers trying to climb up the stairs, and this has been a problem, they say, for months.
Even the MetroMover, it's working terribly now. It's working terribly now. So sometimes you have to take the whole hoop, go all the way around when you don't need to go around just to get here.
The mayor's office says they're pressing the vendors for answers on why they're broken and how quickly they can be fixed. On the county website, some dates aren't until July. The mayor's office sent out a release and noted that users that need assistance at the Arch Center station are provided free transportation to the next station where they can get access to elevators and escalators. But residents say they just want one thing.
Do their job. Make sure the elevators are working and make sure the buses are working so we could get to our jobs on time.
Well, there's more than a dozen problems between multiple locations like this. We have reached out to the mayor's office, and we will, of course, let you know as soon as they respond. Reporting in Miami, Trish Christakis, CBS News, Miami.
Now to an investigation in Miami. An 18-year-old is dead following a shooting on Southwest 28th Avenue and 13th Street. According to Miami PD, a 23-year-old and 18-year-old were shot, both of them taken to Jackson's Ryder Trauma Center, where the 18-year-old passed away. The shooting is still under investigation, and police have asked any potential witnesses to please come forward. FEMA is issuing guidance for renters in Broward County. You can also apply for federal disaster assistance if your home or property was damaged during the severe storms during April 12th through the 14th. The initial rental assistance is for a 1-month or 2-month period and can be reviewed for further assistance. To apply, go to disasterassistance.gov, use the FEMA mobile app, or call 800-621-3362. The helpline is available from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And now to some housing help for first-time home buyers. Some of them, Miami-Dade commissioners have passed a resolution by Commissioner Kevin Marino Cabrera. This first-time home buyer program allows specifically county employees to cash out their annual leave up to a value of $25,000 for closing costs or a down payment. It also allows county employees to cash out their annual leave up to $12,000 for rent or mortgage payments on a primary residence. When we come back, a South Florida city getting a downtown makeover, decades in the making, the reason behind the facelift, and when it's expected to be completed. Right after this break. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Governor DeSantis has signed a bill banning gender-affirming care for minors, restricting the use of pronouns in schools, and forcing people to use the bathroom corresponding with their assigned sex at birth in some cases. DeSantis has made anti-LGBTQ+ legislation a large part of his agenda as he builds toward a Republican presidential campaign. He said the new laws will prevent the mutilation of minors, protect children from sexually explicit entertainment, and keep pronouns from being forced on students. And we've also learned the governor will deploy emergency personnel to Texas to help defend the southern border. More than 1,100 first responders and rapid response officials are being sent. The governor is also sending 2 mobile command vehicles and teams, along with drones and vessels like airboats. And now, ahead of Haitian Flag Day tomorrow, the State Department has issued a level 4 travel warning saying do not travel to Haiti due to kidnapping, crime, civil unrest, and poor healthcare infrastructure. Officials also say U.S. citizens in Haiti should consider leaving there now. They went on to say kidnapping is widespread, as well as violent crime, and victims regularly include U.S. citizens. A battle is brewing on South Beach between a well-known beach club and the city. The owners of Nikki Beach are trying to stop the city from taking action regarding the property when their lease ends. As CBS News Miami's Terry Hornstein explains, the owners claim the city is pursuing an unfair backdoor deal.
The owners of Nikki Beach, well, they filed an emergency injunction asking for no decision to be made on what will happen to this space once their lease is up in just a few years. The 144-page lawsuit they filed, the owners of Nikki Beach, here Jack and Lucia Penrod, well, it accuses the city and the Boucher brothers of unfair negotiations that will give control to the hospitality group in 3 years when the Penrod's lease is up. The Penrods took over the space back in 1985 using $4 million of their own money for a makeover. They call the potential no-bid agreement unfair.
And the current city process is going to the Boucher brothers, who have been vendors for 30-some years, who we believe we will be able to prove send money to all of the commissioners, who help the commissioners with their pet projects.
In a statement, City Attorney Rafael Paz responded saying they appear to forget this is city-owned property here and they have no right under the agreements to any further renewals. Obviously, this complaint has no merit. Well, the mayor, Dan Gelber, also responded saying, in part, I have no idea of anyone treating Nikki Beach unfairly. The owners have enjoyed a below-market rent for decades. The attorney for the Penrods, well, he says they just want a chance for a fair bid on a new lease agreement. Both sides are expected in court later on today. In Miami Beach, Terry Hornstein, CBS News, Miami.
And in Hollywood, the downtown area is getting a makeover. Construction is underway on Hollywood Boulevard westbound between 20th Avenue and Dixie Highway. Crews are replacing underground infrastructure, improving drainage, and expanding walking and outdoor dining space. It's been more than 3 decades since construction like this took place there.
Right now, the cafe zone comes to about here. So the cafe zone is going to extend all the way here.
The improvements come as more people are moving into downtown. More than 1,000 residential units will be available in the next year and a half. There are also plans for a downtown Hollywood train stop. Construction will be done in phases, with completion expected in the fall of next year. And mental health matters. CBS News Miami is dedicated to bringing awareness to mental health and connecting our community to information and resources to help in tough times. Head to cbsnews.com/Miami/mental health matters. And that's CBS News Miami's Quickcast. I'm Lauren Pastrana. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS Miami.